Peeps, and welcome back to my station. This is LaShonda, aka Domestic Duchess, and today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of my Erin Condren disc-bound teacher planner. Now this is really funny because I was always like, oh, I don't like those disc-bounds. I'm not going to ever use a disc-bound, and I'm not ever buying an Erin Condren. It's just overpriced. I'm not going to do it. And lo and behold, I'm eating my words because not only do I have a disc-bound, but I have an Erin Condren. So without further ado, let's just get started. On the top here, I have my pins. This is the pack that they came in, and I just have it stapled right here on the inside, and I just slide them in there and close it like that. I don't mind this being on here because it's convenient. If it's in my bag, I can just grab it real fast, that kind of thing. So without further ado, this is what the inside looks like. They used to have a dry erase little board here. I'm not sure, and I know that this is last year's planner, but I got it on sale from Staples, so it was like $44 without customizing. And then when I went to the register, it was actually $33. So I was like, okay, that's not a problem because it's undated. So what we learn becomes a part of who we are. The first page is teacher's planner. So this is me. I actually made this sheet and all these little things to represent my children: Justice, Liberty, Noble, and Jalen. He's my 7th grader. She's my 4th grader. He's my 2nd grader and my 1st grader. And I did this many years ago whenever I was homeschooling, and I just kept these. So I thought it was very appropriate to put in here. And personal information, you know, it goes through like that. Now, I have went ahead and rearranged some things in the planner. So some of the things that you see in the front are not like in order. So here are the sticker sheets. I don't know that I'm going to be using those too much. A substitute sheet, dates to remember, and okay, so these are dates to remember. I really like these because I can go through and see when certain dates are, that kind of thing. So holidays and dates to remember. And then this page, it has birthdays on there, so I won't show you that page. I do have some students filled out on there. Now with my job, this is a reading log. I'm using this for my kids. So with my job, I'm only in different schools Monday through Friday, and I'm only there during lunchtime. So the curriculum that I teach on Monday, I teach it every single day. It's the same thing all week long. Then the next week on Monday starts a new one, and I teach that one all day long for all of my other schools. So I only have like 28 lessons that I teach the whole year. We're only in the schools for a year, but I use this for 28 weeks. But I use this for my children as well because I used to be a homeschool parent before I decided to put them in public school. And so what I like to do is still continue on and teach them when they get home. So this is basically the same that I had before. In September, we're still working on the Bible layout, authority, military, obedience, kings and queens, and crime and punishment. And so in October, we'll be starting this process, and then we're still going to continue this when they get home from school. And you'll see how I have that broke down in the lesson plan area. So this is the notes, and I got a couple of pages of this, and this is just like my homeschool prayer. So the first month that we have is September. Life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. So I've decorated my September page. It's really kind of cute. September colors, fall colors. At the bottom down here in the black, I put what I wore. It's just a good way for me to track the outfit that I wore. It's just something that I like to do. So here's October, and here's a few. I put some of the things that I need to do. It's not my personal planner like my Carpe Diem, but I do put some of the things that I have to do that may interfere with my work. Like I'm on a retreat right here, so my Tuesday or my Thursday and Friday classes, I'm going to have to find a substitute. So here is November. It's kind of decorated there really well for the holiday. I believe you can, and you're halfway there. December, we have a staff meeting there. January, say yes to new adventures. January, there's not much going on here. It's pretty blank. February, I got a little excited with Valentine's. And these are stickers that came from a little monthly sticker book from Hobby Lobby. Do more of what makes you happy. I like that. Here's March. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not obsess, just breathe. And see, one of the things that I really didn't want to use a happy planner for is because if you don't have strong enough paper, it will come out just like that. So, but you know, you just got to be careful with it. Here's April, my birthday and anniversary month, and here's Resurrection and all that good stuff. So it's really pretty. Then here's May. You can do anything but not everything. Very pretty. Good. It feels good to be lost in the right direction. June. I love the way that I've decorated these. These are so cool. Keep going no matter what. Also, I was like, I'm never going to get one of those sticker booklet thingies that are just a waste of money. But I used my discount from Hobby Lobby, 40% off, and you get those really cheap, like $7. You're so much stronger than you think. I haven't done that one yet, so. All right, so this is a divider that I had. It was a folder that I got from I don't know where. I've had it for many years in my homeschool binder. So what I decided to do was to put it here and attach Teen Talk on here, again with my little sheet that says lesson plans. And then this is just a quick reference if, I need to refer to something or give parents an idea of this kind of information, what Teen Talk is about, that kind of thing. So these are the topics for each of these little things up here that I showed you for the dates. Let's see here. The year. I think this is it right here. Yes, for these right here. This is the things that go into a little bit more detail. I might actually move those up there. So world history, these are the topics that we will be discussing. Geography, U.S. government. So what I'll probably do is take this and put this in the front and then put the month that we're doing those in. So some of them are empty and not filled out yet, but some of them are. So that's what this section is about. It says a great idea becomes a good idea becomes a great idea when you laid it out. So have to be careful with the pages. This is the first one for the checklist. So I'll find some way to reinforce that and probably hole punch that. But this is my son's. I have 4 children, Justice, Libby, Noble, and St. Jalen. And here are their assignments. This is the week that we're in. Today is actually Thursday. So I figured I'd go ahead, since this is the very first week, to go ahead and start. I am enjoying this. As you can see, we got 2 things done there. And then this is just what my daughter is telling me that she's working on. So I will cater her lessons to this. And then my second grader, and then my first grader, he's just on point. I just usually read with him and do some spelling, and he's good to go. So I do have some extra things written down. I will go into more detail about some of the things that he's doing. So as you can see, on Mondays, I only do math assignments. So as you can see, correcting quotients, multiplication, facts of 4, and then adding and subtracting double digits. So when we're at home and they come home, they finish their schoolwork, I'll quickly go over the assignments in math Monday only. Tuesday, we're only working on Industrial Revolution. Wednesday, and that's for all of them. My oldest son will read it and do questions, but basically we'll break it down and talk about it, for the rest of the kids. Past, present, future tense, that's his. And then here's my son Noble's. And Libby, whatever she's working on in school, I'll put that in there and find a lesson that works with hers. And I get that on Monday, so I'll have time by Wednesday to get that done. Thursdays, everyone does life cycles and animals. My oldest son will read it and we'll go over it because those are things that aren't actually catered to a grade level. It's more reading and hands-on things. Friday, I haven't decided what we're going to do on Friday or not. And then Bible study will run right here. And as you can see, I have it for this week, but I'm just going to fill in as we go. So that's the lesson planning section. Okay, and this goes all the way through 27, or actually 28 weeks, because that's what I do for Teen Talk Wrap Up. That will be the last one. Oh, and by the way, if you look over here in the corner, it has the topic that I'm doing for my job, my life, my future, and tells me the page that it's going to be on. So for all my students, that's what it looks like for that particular school. Now, like I said, I go to a different school every day. So this is the attendance roster. And so on Monday, I go to a school. And these are all the topics. And if you look through here, you'll see the topics that run all the way through, all the way to April 24th. That's the 28th lesson. So basically what this is in this little pocket right here. What this is like an album sheet from like those old picture albums, photo albums. I just took that up, hole punched it, and put it in here, and stapled this little sheet to it so that I would have a top-loading folder to put my attendance record that I have to turn in and pizza orders. And then on the back here, I just have this little sheet with information about when I need to get there, any notes that need to be taken, that kind of thing for the students. And then the student's name is here, and then I have the date going across here and the lesson number, and these are the lesson topics, and these are the checklist of those who actually attended. And I have one of those for each of the schools that I go to. So I have the information here, the Teen Talk registration forms, information about the school. Then along the side, you'll see the tabs. Like these two are pink tabs for the 2 schools I have to do on Monday. I have one tab for, the yellow tabs are in a different county, so I had those two. I have one on Tuesday and then one on Friday, so I have them the same color. Then the two orange ones I have for ones that are the extra two, so I have them side by side. So it's kind of color coded so that I can see and know what I'm doing, that kind of thing. So that's what these are for. I know it's a lot of information, but I understand it, so that's what counts. So, and then here you have teaching is the act of sharing knowledge you've been given by others with the hope that someday it will be passed on. And these are my kids' progress reports, some information about some of the websites that we can use for their teachers and things like that, notes from their teachers. And then this back here is for the actual curriculum for Palmetto Health, which is where I work. This tells the table of contents and the topics that are discussed. Again, just as a general overview, if I'm at an open house, I can just read through this and tell the parents what we're doing. These are icebreakers here. And then this is the actual curriculum. This is only semester one. That's all that I could fit in here is one semester. So we do the welcome, which is generally for the first day. And then we do, we talk about the survey that we give out to the students for them to fill out. And then we start our lesson. So each lesson is listed in there. So we talk about all kinds of information to get students ready for high school, and that kind of thing. Then we have our meetings, our trainings, school information, password information. Then we go into policy and procedures. These are just basically the rules and guidelines for the program. And then we get back here to this folder, and this is where I keep my, oh, I hope I'm not seeing any information over there. But this is where I keep my information for my time that I've worked, my mileage, that kind of information. I keep that in here. And then I have extra sheets that I can fit into this folder. And again, this is another folder that I just punched on my own and put in here. And then we've got the last page. So I just never thought that I would even, look, it's max capacity. If I could find another ring that's a little bit larger than this, I actually think this is a 2-inch ring too. I will get it, but probably not because I don't need to put the second semester in here, which is what I'll probably do. But I never thought that I would actually go and purchase an Erin Condren, and I said, I'm not going to do that disc bound. It's not going to work for me, but actually it does. It's a really good planner. I've got all this. By the way, I just don't regret the decision at all, but like I said, it's only the first week. It's only the first day, so I will let you guys know soon how it all turns out. So have a blessed and awesome day.